is right. Let them have their time. And I have this notion, let's keep these wheels in motion. In motion. You thought I did not know. Did you think I would let it go? Oh no. And in time, yes, I think it's absurd. But until then, you'll leave your words. But lay on, lay on. Now it's time to defend your lies, lies you've been feeding me all this time. And will you reoffend? Oh darling, you say that you are innocent, but your words, they seem irrelevant, but still play on. Now it's time to defend your lies, lies you've been feeding me all this time. And will you reoffend? Oh darling, oh you have reached your lover's end. No more will we make pretend like we something to fight for. Oh. We had nothing to fight for. 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 chasing your dreams, now you can't redeem yourself. Yes, you were chasing your dreams, now you can't redeem yourself. Disregarding your name, your smell is all that remains. They say you're an SLUT, but that doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't sit well with me. I remembered what you'd say. We're all looking to be alone. And somehow, someday, we'll find what we're looking for. Till then, you'll still be a boy. Don't tell me who I have become.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Hopefully, now I have wet tyres. For anyone that watched last time, the rain set in as it will do on lap 10. Hopefully, though, this time I actually have the wet tyres. It might be better. I didn't have them last time. I pulled into the pits, and then the abject horror of only having another set of slicks to put on for a wet track hit me. So I've bought wet and inters. I am told the best strategy is to whack on the intermediate tyres and and ride out the last couple of very, very wet laps with a lot of traction control. I was toying with the idea in the last race of pitting early for the inters, but the track predominantly stays pretty dry until sort of lap 12, 13. Spoon and that kind of, yeah, so kind of that end of the track's the spoon curve tends to be wettest first, but you can tiptoe through there on inters, on slicks. I managed to do so, and I think I'm going to do that. I think I might hang out till I'm going to play it by ear depending on track position, but I think I'm going to try and hang out till sort of lap 11. End of lap 11, lap 10, lap 11, maybe lap 12, probably lap 11 though, to be fair, before I put those inters on, and see what happens. Ironically, I finished 11th last time, ahead of somebody else who didn't have any wet tyres. So we'll see what happens. But we haven't got long left. What's last left? 3 minutes 59 seconds. My best lap thus far is 2:04.4. In terms of how that stacks up among my friends, well, you can see that we've got the aliens up there. Simonis, the Olympic qualifier, Sharky, the current GTC and BMW Cup world champion, our very own Monkey Man Macho from Lithuania, he's up there as well, as is Tech Racing from BVL Racing Team. So quite a few names up in the top echelons. I slot in there behind Bendit with he did a 2:03.8. I'd like to think I could beat that I'd like to think it. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Interesting, Renegade. Now, there was a time when I was quicker than Renegade. And hello, how you doing? Good to see you if you're about. Yeah, I mean, at 2029, I don't know if I'm capable of that kind of time, to be fair. Quicker than Smokey Tom, which is good because he's usually pretty quick compared to me. The problem is, of course, 2044. If I can do that in a race, then I'm laughing. My best race time thus far was a 206 something. I will log it in the. We've got like a thingy tracker, like a pace tracker thing that we use on our Discord. I will log it in that later, and I can see how it stacks up and stuff. I'd like to think I can chuck in a 205 in qualifying, maybe. That might put me a little bit further up the field. Yeah, I mean, I ideally like to be in the top 10 to start, and kind of flitting around the top 10 for the most part. Yeah, it is what it is. What it is. I'm not super quick, and I'm not expecting to be super quick. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, so we've got 15 laps here at Suzuka, 3.8 miles, of course. We know it's going to rain on lap 10. 10? Lap 10? Yeah, lap 10 is when it rains. Or starts to rain. Anyway. Apologise, my sound's going off a little bit. On the line corner while I fix the sound problems. Yeah, I'm going to have to get in contact with Razor, who this mic was bought from, because it was bought brand new, but there seems to be a little issue with I don't know, with the levels. That I have to. It's almost like I have to hold the button to get it to work properly all the time. As soon as I let go of the button, it's like I'm stepping away from the microphone. Play with that one there, and it works, and then it stops working. Hopefully you can hear me. I hope you can. I can't fiddle with it while I'm driving. I'm just kind of trying to get the right level of it now before the race starts. Turn it all the way down and start again, shall we? The irony is that once it's set up, it should stay that way, but it's just not. It's not behaving. It's not behaving in the way that I would expect it to. There we go. Don't touch it. It's working now. Yeah, the problem is when I get out of my chair and I move it out of the way, it seems to mess things around. So, how long we got? 14 seconds before it all kicks off. Fully expecting to probably not be in the top 10. I'd like to be. I think I need a little bit more consistency. Last time I had a really good first lap last time. Got up into the top 8 and then got distracted. As happens to be on a very regular basis. I'm basically like a magpie. Something shiny comes along and I get distracted. Right, cars. A lot of 911s last time out. We've got BRZ out there. The first time I saw the BRZ there. 650S, of course. Supra, another 650S there. That's got to be my reference point in terms of pace, right? Supra, 911, BRZ. Lamborghini Huracan. I don't think I've seen one of them out there yet. What else we got as everyone's sort of loading in? It's good to see we're all C drivers. The thing is, though, I mean, C drivers can rank from anybody just above D to anybody just below B. All of the rankings, to be fair, are very arbitrary. I've long said that I feel that, particularly if you're going to be putting people together of a similar pace, that you need to have a more spread out system. So even if you go from A to freaking M or whatever it is, or 1 to 20 or whatever it is, or an A plus, an A minus, and all that kind of thing. So you've got A plus already, so I want to have A plus, A minus, B plus, blah, blah, blah. And it just kind of closes the field a little bit, but we'll see. So qualifying will ensue. We'll see how we go on. Obviously we've got the intro movie first, which will come along. Here it is, coming. I'll qualify my goods first, isn't it? 6 seconds. So yeah, Let's have it. Points table. So top 10. That's awful, that is, because I got 20 points for finishing in 11th last time. But I suppose it's down to how many are in the lobby. Is that how it works? Right, let's get some qualifying done, shall we? Brake balance is right. Radar on. Or as I like to call it, the crash star. Stay away from these white lines. And let's see if we can't get ourselves a half decent qualifying time. We saw in the last quali, people were very eager just to push you out of the way. You've got an outlap, and the purpose of that outlap is to give yourself some room to qualify. So to make sure that you've got enough distance between you and the car in front, that if you are quicker, you don't catch them. And some people seem to think the easiest way to do that is to go past you. Personally, I think there should be a constant yellow flag on the outlap, and you get penalised if you pass. Well, depending on how you pass. Right, go on. If you're going past me, go and do it. This guy's very eager to get on with things in the... What's that, the RSO1, isn't it? He's in the RSO1. Let's leave this guy some room up the inside. He clearly wants to go ahead of me. I haven't got a problem with that at all. They're both quicker than me. I'm not overly concerned that I'm not too far off the back of him. We'll back off a little bit, of course, just in case. Car behind, nice distance actually he's left. Right, start ramping up the pace. A nice 205 if I can. I think I'll aim for a 206 at this stage rather than trying to be greedy. If I can get a nice 206 on the board. Exit is key, exit is key. Let's go. Short shift this bitch. Right, okay, 3.8 miles of qualifying. Got 2 laps to do it, but I'd like to get a good banker in first. A little bit slower through there than I'd like, but I go quiet through the S's because it's quite complicated. Well, I find it complicated. Car behind now catching me. Hopefully he's not super quicker than me and doesn't compromise my lap while hunting down his own. All good so far. I've gone through every corner that I've generally had problems on so far, so far so good. Little tap of the brake just to get that rotation. Someone by the wayside there. Quickest time so far is a 2:05.4. That's a 2:07.0, which isn't bad. I've been quicker obviously, but I'll take that at this stage. Oh, for fuck's sake, what a time for him to come out of his ghost. What a time to come out of the ghost. It's why I hate ghosting. I'd rather ghosting was off, and then the decisions you make the decision for yourself, because the ghosting just doesn't. There's no real warning that he's going to unghost. You know they're ghosted. You make the move, and then all of a sudden, boom, just reappears in front of you. So that's this lap done. I'm not going to improve on a 207 because he unghosted right there in front of me. .14th that qualifies me in at 207. Well, I was 15th last time, that's already one better. Didn't quite get it slowed down enough there. No. Just as well this wasn't a good lap anyway. Do I get another lap? How about that if I had time remaining? I genuinely thought that was the actual countdown time. I thought, bloody hell, I might get another lap in, but no, I won't. I'm definitely not quicker than my previous lap. So 2:07.0 for me, which qualifies me in 15th position. Is what it is. It is what it is. I just finished my drink and thought I haven't got a drink for the race, but I have got a bottle of water here. Like an emergency bottle of water. So how are we looking? So qualifying time 2:04.2. So I'm about 3 seconds off that. Yeah, 3 seconds, 2.8 seconds off that qualifying time. Actually quite close in terms of lobby. I mean, normally I would be here on the thingy, but the gap would be much bigger, so that's not too bad actually. 52 seconds is how long we've got to wait. We'll get and then we'll get to see the trophy, which is essentially a rhinoceros in high heels if you look at it properly. So points there. Now I got 20 points for finishing in 11th last time, but this time the points table is different, so I don't know how that works. I'm assuming the points table changes with the amount of people in the lobby. So if 16th for instance isn't there, yeah, because I think I think we lost 4 to rage quitting last time out, so I'm assuming that those points are allocated to everybody else. Who knows? So actually, potentially, if in order to achieve better than I did last time, I need to finish 7th, according to that table. Well, here we go. The Gran Turismo national anthem, of course. Mercedes-Benz. Is there even a McLaren in that video? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is there. And there is the sexy rhinoceros wearing high heels. I wonder what he really is supposed to represent, because I'm sure when they said we would like to design a trophy for our World Series, can you make it look like a sexy rhinoceros? I'm pretty sure they didn't have that conversation. Who knows? Right, what cars we got in the field? Let's have a little looky see. So number 1 is that red, white and blue GTR. Now I'm pretty sure JHPS Racing was in the last race with me, a Dutch guy. John, hello John. That's not bad. Porsche 911 for fat. Wall in the Supra, didn't bother with a livery there. Citroen GT for Janar. Porsche 911 there for the Bunny Racing team. That's the first Volkswagen Beetle I've seen so far. McLaren 650S, he's got that done good there, 8th place. AMG GT3, that's the 911 of course it is, beautiful car. Lamborghini Huracan GT3, that's another Supra. Do people not decorate their Supras? The RS01, I find that car incredibly difficult to drive. The BRZ, decent car that's actually a good outside bet that. There's me in the McLaren looking gorgeous as always. And there's Danny. I should probably take the number board off for this particular race because I've got a number board underneath the number board. Right, so the plan strategy is lap 11 to go in and put on the intermediate tyres. We won't bother with the weather radar at this stage purely because we know when it's coming, and we much rather have the crash radar or the crash star up on the screen. Got this Supra behind. Don't know how quick he is, don't know whether he had a bad qualifying or what, but we will soon find out. I don't know what sort of pace I've got over these guys race wise, but again we will discover that over the next few laps. We're always going to have a couple of fall on the wayside into turn 1, and he's already setting his stall out with the bash your way through approach to overtaking. Always love that kind of French way of overtaking. Another one off the track. Another one off the track. BRZ off the track. Lap 1 here is an absolute clusterfuck. I might watch the replays back and see how much of it is self-induced and how much of it is just impatient people with the loud pedal that don't want to wait. Oh, got that all kinds of wrong, didn't I? Broke where I would normally brake, but of course I didn't fathom for the car in front of me braking a little bit later. There's a McLaren. Watch your re-entry, my friend. Right, up to 11th. Little bit of slipstream, pull me along. Really want to pull me away from the guy in 12th, just to give me a little bit of a breather, but he seems to be coming fast. Why are you coming fast? Because he's better on the loud pedal than me. Oh, not enough, slowing down. Interesting interpretation of track limits there, and that's incredible to get that slowed down like that. Fuck off, fucking sausage. Never ceases to amaze me that, you know, you kind of expect it in daily racing because there are a lot of incredibly stupid people around. But in the Manufacturers' Cup, you know, we're all having a go at something. Left the door open for him there. There's no point. Thing is, I've said this time and time again. You know, I'm not Ayrton Senna. I'm not super quick. There's no point me trying to fight these guys, compromising my race, trying to hold up someone who's going to overtake me anyway and will probably just bash their way through if they can't get past me any other way. So it makes sense for me to just let them go, not fight it too hard, and you know, they've already crashed out at some stage for me to get past them anyway, so potentially they might do that again. Plus of course the rain changes things, doesn't it? I get an opportunity now actually to see how I'd perform in the wet, because I had to do it on hard tyres, and my sole aim during that period was to just try not to spin as much as possible. I did have a couple of glorious pirouettes. I've got to say, it's very, very good to be back at this. Oh, Pick a line, man. Pick a line. Oh, that is awful. Yeah, it's good to be back doing this. It's been I've been out of action for what feels like an age with my illness. So you know, I'm glad to be back and doing this. A bit rusty in areas, like mostly like acceleration, braking, turning, going straight, going slowly, going fast. Pit stops. Was that 2:08? It's not bad for a first hot lap, I suppose. Don't know why I'm changing up there, unnecessary. Fuel obviously not a consideration on the 15 lap iterations of these. Those running the 35 laps, of course, they will they would have to think about their tyre wear and fuel consumption. And that of course is the GT1, GT2 level drivers. The Supra is coming again, the Shaolin Seal from, don't look at his badge then, Germany I think. Belgium. Belgium, Germany? No, but yeah, Belgium. German's underneath him. Oh, got that all kinds of wrong. Luckily the guy behind me hasn't capitalised on it, although he's going to close a little bit now. 4 seconds outside the top 10, which is kind of where I'd like to be. By the end of the day, I like to have got myself into the top 10. Acutely aware that's probably not where I am pace-wise, but maybe I could be. Road 7. Oh well, get in there. Apologise for that, my dog is having a dream. I wonder what my dog's dreaming about. Yellow flag ahead. Shh. Holly. Oh, you absolute wanker. Why would you do that? You have plenty of room. I don't understand. I really don't understand the mindset of some people. I don't like human beings anyway. I think human beings in general, other than the ones I choose to associate with, are mostly wank puffins, mostly self-serving, self-centered arseholes. But it seems that a lot of those people play Gran Turismo. Now, I'm not claiming to be like of some great superior ability, but I think there is a, you know, even when you're playing online, you know, we're not playing for money here. You know, none of us are going to be making World Tour. None of us are going to be making big piles of money. We're doing this for a bit of fun, to, you know, wind down. And I think when you are, you know, you've got a moral obligation not to be an utter wanker, essentially, I think. Really, really slow through 130R, and that cost me that position. Too busy thinking about the moral obligation of don't be a dick. I suppose it's not really a moral obligation, it's a a sort of mantra for life, to not be a dick. I always go quiet through the S's. Healthy gap behind. I've not got to worry about anyone coming up behind me now. I suppose in that respect it's quite good. Qualified behind a couple of those, so pleased with that. Need to find a way to maximise my pace through 130R. That was a bit better. I think if I can throw a bit of consistency together, maybe chuck in a couple of better laps. There you go, 2:05.8. If I can chuck in a few of those, that's my best race lap so far. Where are we, lap 6? Kind of hoping one of these two make a little bit of an error out ahead of me. I think GTR's pretty strong here at Suzuka though. I've got that wrong. Guy behind is starting to close. That was 5 seconds. He's already got it down to 3.5. I've got 3 cars ahead of me, and I potentially, I mean, that puts me in the top 10. If I can get past those 3, I'm in the top 10. So that's got to be my desire, right? I'm green. Oh, got that a little bit wrong. These two duking it out through Casio. You can't go too wide through there, mate. Not at sea level. Sea level being the level of sea, not sea level as in the sea. That's a 6.4. So lost a bit of time at the end of that lap. This is where it gets a bit spicy because I've got a bit of pace at the moment. And these two seem to be slowing up a little bit. So consistency's improved so far. Certainly enjoying this a bit more than I enjoyed the last one, because I'm safe in the knowledge that I actually do have the tyres I need when it's time to pit. And the only thing I don't know is how well I'm going to perform on those intermediate tyres, how hard I can push the car. I knew I couldn't push it when I was using slicks in the rain, but we'll see. These two are going to duke it out again in Casio, wipe each other out. It'll be lovely jubbly. Good move by the GTR, although he overshot it a little bit. What's he going to do? How's he going to regain to the track? Well, that's a position gain. It's lovely jubbly. Don't know where he's disappeared to. So it's 6-3. Remember when I said I hated Suzuka? I take it back. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a nice track. Hard, but it's a nice track. You have to drive it a bit. To be fair, everyone said to me, drive it a bit and you might change your mind. And they're absolutely right. Yellow flag ahead. This guy behind, same old stuff, is catching me at some rate. Agonising that corner at Spoon. Before you can get on the power, you just want to get on it as soon as possible because you know you've got a nice long run. You want to get a nice bit of slipstream down to 130R, but you just have to be so patient. A little battle into Casio with these two. Two Supras duking it out. So 6.4, so I found my rhythm in the low 206s. I'm happy with that. I said earlier that's the sort of pace I wanted to try and find, because then it gives me a sort of another milestone later on if I can. Oh, why I changed down there. For a brief moment I thought I was in third. Lap 9s, the rain is coming soon. It's starting to come now. Now, do I go in now or wait? Now or wait? I'm going to wait. I said lap 11, so I think I'll give it to at least lap 10 before I pit. because the inters are going to be useless on the majority of this track at the moment, because the majority of it is still dry. Let's give me a bit of a breather from behind as he disappears off. Staying with these Supras, well, ish. Bit slow that lap, bit slow. Oh shit, slower than I want it to be anyway. Hand slipped off the steering wheel and I don't know how I managed to do that. Wasn't gripping it tightly enough. Oh. Track getting just that little bit. It's actually getting a bit slippery without the rain setting in, so just be a little bit careful. Don't get too exuberant. Focus. Now, plan that. See that? That was awesome. Made up a couple of places, but that's because some have pit, I think. Right, where is the rain? Spoon is where we see it first, so up here. But then that's pretty much all it is. It's not wet anywhere else. It's the RSO1 getting it slowed down quite sufficiently. I'm going to stay out for one more lap because pretty much, other than Spoon Curve, it's pretty dry. So I think stay out here and end at lap 11. Stick to my strategy. Yeah, some people have pit already, some haven't, so obviously I'm not going to get fooled by being in 5th at the moment. Do need to be aware I've got to stay away from these curbs because they're going to get slippy. Okay, it's going to be wet up here. Just take it easy through Spoon. I lived. Right, yeah, no, definitely need the inters now because the rest of the track is going to be wet by the time I come back around, I think. Don't pick up a penalty. Intermediate, don't refuel. Quick little drink of water. Drinky poos. I always wonder why they do change tyres, refill, repair. They can essentially do all three of those things at the same time. At least the pit crew can. Right. So, intermediate tyres on. That's the other question someone needs to answer me, is whether I need to adjust my, or what I should be, adjusting my brake balance with the intermediate tyres. And I wouldn't have thought so, it didn't. Right, back out in 12th, so I haven't lost anything. Except for, of course, rotation, because the intermediate tyres are not going to rotate as well as the as any slick tyres, of course. Oh, there's the last 3 laps to whack up the traction control, so I'll do that. Not yet, not yet. I don't want the traction control to have too much say in my acceleration at this stage. It's a little bit slippier through here. Now, is that a guy on wets that's got off, or a guy that's on slicks? Let's just whack it up. Why does it keep going back down again? There we go. I'm going to follow the instructions I was given and told that that's what I need to do. So I don't have the ability to drive with no traction control on at all, apart from in a 4x4, of course. Okay, so I'm going into the pits now, so that's me just inside the top 10. Oh, really struggling to get it slowed down there. I'm going to have to brake a lot earlier. Losing places. That's my first, actually, that's my first foray off the track, but yeah. I'm going to have to brake a bit earlier because I can't. Actually, I can't get the power down as quickly either. I will join you soon, Jason. I usually put my D&D on, don't I? I didn't do it this time. So back down to 12. Kind of relying on someone dying for top 10, I think. Oh, come on, Porsche. I didn't touch him. You can clearly see I didn't touch him. Right, don't know what's going on ahead of me. 4.3 seconds, got 1.6 behind. Lap 13, 2 laps remaining. 2 laps to hold on, and it's a top 10 finish. We're certainly not into the realms of full wets. There's that guy that was 4 seconds ahead of me on slicks. Well, they have the fastest lap. They should have like a... So when you get it wet like this, there should be like a sort of secondary fastest lap. So this is the fastest lap since the rain came in. So you can kind of see where you are in comparison to that. I suppose I can look later and see, can't I? Just watch the replay. Right, I've got quite a gaggle of cars behind me trying to vie for my position. And the thing is, the slightest of touches here, and you are going round and round and round. There we go. I was going to return the favour, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not a complete arsehole. Getting butt fucked a bit by the people around me. It's going to be a struggle to hold on to top 10, I think. Oh. Well, I don't know. Penultimate lap. Anyone else ahead of me want to crash and give me another couple of positions? How do these people get slowed down so much going through Casio? I just can't do it like they can. Alright, so I've got 5 seconds on the guy behind, and this guarantees 10th. If it stays as it is, of course. Whoa, 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 whoa. There is potential for treachery. Treachery or treacherousness? Treacherous conditions on this last lap. Racing at Suzuka is essentially like a day of the British summer. So you come out at the beginning and it's all nice and sunny, and you've got your t-shirt on, and you're thinking about having a barbecue and a couple of beers later, and then you're going from work and you get into the garden, you just put the pool up, and boom, pissing down. Come on, Andy. Come on, Andy. Hold on. Hold on. Just spoon really to navigate. I haven't really had a problem with Casio. Not many problems with 130R, so just spoon to navigate. Slow enough in as we get the power down on the way out. Boom. He's catching me, but I don't think he's catching me by enough to be able to make that bold move into what the fuck is going on there. Okay, I'll have some of that. I will definitely have some of that, my friend. Thank you very much. Actually, I think that was a black marker. And lap 15 is completed. Round the final corner we go, and that, my friends, that is a top 10 in the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup from me. So all of you sausages that last night were taking the piss about me being last, I was plumb last night. No, I'm happy. I'm very, 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 very pleased with that. Very pleased with that. It was a little bit squeaky by the time I bit in the rain. I think lap 11 is absolutely the perfect time to put on those intermediates. I think, could you push the lap 12? Yeah, probably. But by that stage, it's really, really treacherous through Spoon. I was already losing a bit of time in the laps leading up to it. I think lap 11. I think lap 11 is the perfect time to put on those tyres. Lap 10's too early. I might look. We'll see what points I get, because I think if I'm getting 20 points, 23, 24 points. Thanks, Pete. I'm pleased with that. The thing I'm pleased most about is I didn't crash. You know, I had a couple of idiots knock me, and I made a couple of little errors. But for the most part, that was one of my most consistent races for a long time, and that's kind of what I've been aiming at. Is I know. See, this is what doesn't make sense to me. I finished 11th in the last race, and I got 20 points. I finished 9th in this race, and I got 19. What the fuck, dude? I don't understand. And that doesn't make sense. So is it different for every race? Yeah, I mean, look at that. Is it because 16 drivers finished? Don't understand that. Or was it because I was really brave and I went on I got a bonus point for being Mr. Ballsy on the hard compact tire? No, I'm pleased with that. Right, replay saved. Okie dokie. Let's get the hell out of this lobby. Done. Yeah, that was good. That was up there. And I had fun as well, which is always awesome. Next race is I'm not doing the 4 o'clock race. I'm gonna do the 5 o'clock race. Do I want to do the 4 o'clock race? I'm gonna do the 4 o'clock race. I'm gonna go straight into it. Straight into this race. That's what I'm gonna do. Cancel. I need to just make sure my settings are correct, because for some reason it likes to change, and of course it did. Right, I want that like that. Measure. You don't need to change it. That's what I want. Very happy with that. Thank you. Car settings is right. Enter. I need to check traction control, which I will do when the race starts. But it should be back on 1. Right. Brief intermission while I I'm going to have a quick comfort break and get a sparkly fizzy drink. Back very, very soon. I have returned. I have returned. You might see up there on the screen, that is details of the GT Alphas World Championship coming up. It's our GT3 World Championship, our marquee championship. Starts on the 23rd of September with qualifying. There are still a few spaces available for the it's essentially a 3-lobby World Championship in GT3 cars over 12 weeks. That's the GT Alphas there. It says starts the 30th because that's when the first race is, but there's a qualifier beforehand. You can see all the details there. You can find details on Discord, or drop me a line. I'll put some links in the bio and all that. And this is the Boogie Woogie, KTM Boogie Woogie. Bit of disco fever, 12 circuits, wet and dry races in the awesome KTM, and we've got a little kind of handicap system, so top 3 get restrictions and stuff. It makes it really close. It's an awesome thing. That'll be on Tuesday night starting at the beginning of October, and we've got some other bits and pieces coming up as well, but yeah, really looking forward to the Boogie Woogie in the KTMs. I know that I'm supposed to broadcast it, but I really want to drive in it. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe there's a way that I can drive in it, and then I might drive in it and then rebroadcast. We'll see. I'll have a chat with the lads and see what they think. We'll see how popular. If it's really popular, I'll back out. But otherwise, right, a minute to go before we get another crack. I'm gonna have one more crack at it. If anyone out there can explain why I got 20 points for finishing 11th in the race at 1 o'clock, but I got less points for finishing 8th in that last race, would be awesome, because it doesn't make any sense at all. Surely if the points are set for each specific race, so you get X for first and X for second and and so on and so forth. So yeah, answer the postcard please, if you can explain to me why that's different. Because the fact of the matter is, let's say I finish 5th now and I get even less points, then I might as well have been just taking the 11th and taking those 20 points, because it would have been better. Surely. Who knows? But I'm very pleased. Got top 10 finish, which I in all honesty, I wasn't expecting today at all to get into the top 10. And yeah, it just goes to show that sometimes it's not just about about pace. It's about consistency. I'm never going to be banging on the doors of the top 3 with at this level, but who knows? Right, who's in there that I've raced? Honey Monster. I'm looking for some of the guys that have bashed me about a bit, and hope they're not here. Would be quite nice. Right, let's have a quick look at the points thingy here. So right, it's different again. So now if I want to get 20 points, I've got to finish in 7th. It's got to be that whoever's last gets 10. I don't know how it works. Oh, I don't know how it works. It doesn't make any sense to me. But listen, 11th place is 15 points now. Or does it go down every time you do a race? I'm gonna have to find it. I'm gonna have to Google it, I think. I'll ask the lads later. Someone's bound to know. So what we've got the AMG GT3. We know that's a good car. The RSO1 in the right hands, that's a good car. The Nismo's great. 650S is good. The Vantage. How's the Vantage? Don't know about that one. 911 RCZ. Another GT3. I love that GT3. It's very cool. Let me bring that screen back up. You can see what I'm looking at. There we go. Can you see what I see? There it is. Honey Monster. I've raced with him before. I don't recognise. There's probably one or two that I did race with, but I don't recognise them because they were further up the field. So, what are we looking for? We're looking for better than 15th in qualifying. See, active points, he's got 26 on the board there. Right, let's have a little looky see at what I can churn out this time. I'm going to need me crash star up, and hopefully I can avoid some of the more shovey. Look, to be fair, I mean, I had a little moan about driving standards, but it wasn't all that bad, to be fair. It wasn't all that bad at all. Right, yeah, everything's where I expect it. Crash star on. Let's get out there. Yeah, there's a few people knocking you about. It's nowhere near the carnage at the dailies. Okay. It's like me normally on an outlap, spinning out already. I think the key to a good lap round here is good pace through these S's, and your exit out of Spoon, your exit out of Denga, your exit out of Spoon certainly, and your exit out of the Casio Triangle, and of course the speed you can take through 130R. But yeah, if you can get a good flow through the S's and a decent flow through Degner here. It's Degner, isn't it? Or Dregner. My pronunciations are, I'm sure they're very, very off. And the very aptly named hairpin. I want to give this guy a bit of room. I don't know if I'm quicker or slower than him. I imagine I'm probably slower than him, but I always get concerned when I look in my mirrors on qualifying and there's someone behind me and they're getting closer and closer very quickly. I'm tempted to let him go, you know, so he doesn't fuck my lap up, but I'm not going to. There should be a blanket no overtaking rule in qualifying. Blanket no overtaking rule. Or, you know, outlap only. Once you're on a hot lap you cannot overtake or it's a penalty. Just do it under yellow flag conditions. At least two fucking about at the start of qualifying. Get a move on, son. So we've had our laps compromised by the Jaguar driver. Oh, sorry, the Aston Martin driver, the Jaguar driver. Lucky this guy was much faster than me into turn one. Really love to get a 204. It was a little bit compromised out of Casio, so I don't think that's going to happen. Nice and tight through the hairpin. Trying to use a bit more road than there actually was, but I think I got away with that. If you're interested, there's it's helped me a little bit. PM10 Racing, good long time. I actually found a member of Black Flag. He's been around since the very beginning. He makes a lot of very good lap guides on the gold, or on the time trials, but he's also got a series of videos on vision and braking and all that kind of thing on his page. You'll find it in our recommended playlists, PM10 Racing, so have a little looky see, and you will learn something. I think whatever standard of driver you are, I think you will learn something. Well, unless of course you are, you know, next level. Unless you're, you know, driving in the 35 lap races for this. 2074, so it wasn't that great. But hopefully I can get another. I've got another crack at the old whip here. Come on, I want to see some green popping up. Well, I'd love to see some purple popping up, but we both know that's going to happen. We all know that's not going to happen. But it would be nice to see some green popping up to say you're going quicker, my friend. Oh, that's purple. No, I'm not purple. That's ridiculous. Can't possibly be. Oh, you fucking melt. You silly sausage. Don't know how much that's affected me. There's a little bit of damage on the rear. Can't imagine it's had too much effect. If you want to give me a nudge now, yeah, come up behind me, give me a massive nudge now. That'd be lovely. Not when I'm trying to slow down. I'm green, which means I'm quicker. Come on, come on, come on, 205. 205.7. How about that then? Ding dang fucking do. Ninth. And here's the irony, it's still worth less points than my first race in 11th. How about that? No, I'm happy with that. Happy with that. Points don't really matter for drivers like me because I'm never going to make World Tour. You know, I'm not going to be sitting there going, no, I missed out by like 4 points. Yeah, my battle is really to see against at the end. It tells you like how you stack up against all the people like in your region and in your area and all that kind of thing. I'd like to be among the best in my area. I'm sure there's some fucking aliens living around here, but you never know. So 1 minute to go. 10th on the grid. 2:05.7, which is another good qualifying time. Did I save that last replay? I think I did, yes. Because I need to log these times with our lap tracker thingy. And then I want Patrick to publish it later so I can have a little looky see. In terms of like up against our lads at Black Flag, I'm going to be way down the list, but it'll be good to see my own progression. Was that Honey Monster apologising to me? I don't think it was Honey Monster that hit me. Oh, it might have been actually. Apology accepted, Honey Monster. You're great. Oh, that's Frosties, isn't it? What's the Honey Monster? It's the honey. It's the honey, mummy. Buffalo Agent. Thanks for trashing my lap. Wait, well, my lap. Is it right? It's sexy rhinoceros time. In the bid to win the sexy rhinoceri. What am I going to do after this? I'm not going to race. I'm not going to do the next race. I've got shizzle to do. I should probably feed some of my children. Well, no, not all of them. I mean, to be fair, most of them are out actually. The girls are all shopping, so they'll probably eat out anyway. So you know what? Fuck it. The boys can sort themselves out. They're both grown. I'm cooking for them. Sod it. I'm going to make food for myself, and I'm going to stand in front of them and eat it. If I've got any cash, I might get myself a takeaway. I have not. It's funny because the missus owes me like 200 quid. Well, I don't know, owes. As much as your own missus can owe you money, she does owe me 200 quid. Or was it 100 quid? I think it's 100 quid. We did a transfer for cash thingy. I like to have cash. I'm not one of these that's going to succumb to the everything paid for by card brigade. I like to feel my money in my hand, even though it's an intangible construct. But that's for a much more serious political debate. There I am in 10th in the 650S, looking good if I do say so myself. Nice livery on the Supra. Not many people put liveries on the Supra, as I've noticed. AMG GT3, that's the RCZ Peugeot, no livery on that. That's the GTR Nismo with the film livery. A Porsche 911 Rothmans. Elf. So 16th last was the V12. So that answers my question. How good is it around here? Well, for that guy, not great. Right, let's do this thing. Everything where I need it. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There's my crash star ready to go. I love that brown colour on the livery. I got the idea for the brown from. Thank you very much, Aaron, for the. I spotted it on your AMG, and I love that colour, man. It's nice. Right, how many people are going to crash in the first couple of corners and let me move into the top 3 and then all rage quit? So I just finished the race by myself. And there's the first idiot. You can come around the inside. I like to leave a little bit of room there on the first corner just because someone's going to try and muscle their way through anyway. Nothing lost, gained 1 and lost 1, so I don't know why I changed down to first there. It's always so apprehensive on the first lap. You just don't know what the people around you are going to do. I think I've been relatively lucky so far. I've had a couple of little incidents, but nothing that's been like proper race destroying. Oh, I thought that one might be when I saw him coming towards me in the mirrors then. 2 up my inside, just have to be a little bit careful. Make it nice and tight. Avoided that. Porsches are good round here, man. It's quick. Not going to give it up that easy, my friend. If you want to pass me, you're going to have to do it the correct way. You're not that much faster than me. Watch this motherfucker. He's going to try up the inside at 130R. I know he did back out. Sensible. Slipstream, pull me! Same strategy again, lap 11 for the intermediates. It's weird, so when I first started doing this track, I used to just lift off and stay in third through here, but actually braking is better because you can get your car lined up and get a little bit of blast of speed in between the S's rather than just kind of lifting off and down and up and down and up and down. Touchy of the brakey is better than the lifty of the loudy. Tight on the hairpin. Let's go, let's go. I want 7 laps in the 206s, please. Give me some slipstream, pull me along, make me get closer to your bomb. Little lift, touch your brake, get it turned in, back on the power. More power. Well, there's my first 206. I need 6 more of them. Nearly. You nearly lost me. If anyone's watching, you've got something to do tonight. We've got a little preview of GT Alphas later. Some long runs, 14 lap races in GT Alphas. Concentrate on what you're doing, Andy. Stop trying to plug other shit. Yeah, 3 races, maybe 4, depending on how busy it gets. But three of the tracks we're using for Alphas, and I can't remember what tracks I'm putting up today, but we'll see. I don't know why I keep trying that, because it doesn't really. Oh, rescued again. Starting to get brave in the old age, and that's not a 206, that's a 207. I'm counting it though. The important thing is I'm sticking with. I'm not. The people ahead of me are not disappearing, and that's got to be seen as progress, right? Because it only takes one little error, and I'm in, baby. One little lapse in concentration from either of these guys. I don't know why it's come up purple, because I am not purple. It's weird, isn't it? There's no way that the 10 cars in front of me, of those 10 cars in front of me, that none of them have gone through quicker than me through sector 1. So sluggish in second gear, this car. At least it feels it. Maybe I'm changing up too early. Maybe I should give it a little blast in first, but he is pulling away from me slowly, but it's nothing significant. You know, I can still see the back of the cars. I could see the back of 3 laps ago, which is a little bit alright. Oh, not enough. Had to hold off getting back on the power then. Oh, I've done it again. I've done it again. Thank you for not hitting me, Snap M40. As I snap the back of that car. I think I'm just getting a little bit too brave on that, on the loud pedal coming out of Casio there, those last couple of times. Just need to be a bit more patient with my acceleration. Oh, the AMG, he has gone. Don't panic, Andy, don't panic. Just keep calm. Race your race, stay on the racetrack. If he catches you, he catches you. He's quick enough, he'll pass you. The best you can hope for is that he doesn't smash his way through. So far he's been pretty fair, so you can only assume he's going to continue to do so. Little gap up the inside, but close that off. Yeah, I think I'm slightly better off. I think I'm better off not changing up to second there. I think I get a little bit of a better exit. Staying in, oh, what the fuck? Got that all kinds of wrong, didn't I? I don't know what happened there. I had the wheel turned, but it just not enough. Momentary lapse of concentration, and there we go. So all that hard work undone. Still eyeing up a top 10. Of course, we've still got a few laps before the rain sets in. Yeah, I think slightly better just getting the revs going in first there. It feels a little sluggish flicking up to second coming out of there. Yellow flag ahead. Does that mean someone's died? Oh, come on, turn. It would not get round that bend then. That seemed to take forever. Put it back to 1 second. They're going to have a little coming together here. That was a good move by him there. Good move up ahead. Into Casio. So 6.7, that's my fastest lap of the race so far. Why was he ghosted? Nobody knows, but he's back on the road. Stay on your toes. Really catching this RCZ now. Wonder if I take the same approach through there with the first gear. It doesn't quite feel so sluggish out there though. Now we're ready to overtake here, unless he leaves me a bit of room up the inside, which I doubt. Bloody hell, he did. Of course, wider he gets a better exit, of course. Never get on with this RCZ. I've never liked it, GT Sport or GT7. It's not a car I've ever felt comfortable in. In all honesty, I think GT7 was pretty shit. GT Sport was pretty shit anyway. Well, he's taking an interesting line through there. Good little battle going on. They're not making enough mistakes for my liking though. But there is the rain to come, of course. No, I think second's better out of there. We lost a bit of time going through Casio. That was through 130R as well though. It's nice having this clean racing with these sort of 3 or 4 cars ahead, all racing nice and cleanly. But there's that little part of you that wants it all to go off, and the 4 of them just to have a big massive brain fart. Covers off the inside line from me, which is probably the smart thing to do. Oh, round the outside, round the outside. Look at me doing overtakes and shit. Lap 9, it's going to start to get a bit slippy soon. There we go, it's starting to get wet now through Spoon. That is the last time I'm taking Spoon quickly. Well, relatively quickly. That time's starting to drop off now, but they will do because it's wet at the other end. key, of course, now is to find out how quick all these guys are on the wet compound tyres or the intermediate compound tyres. You can really feel the changes in the track conditions, even on the dry bits of the track, the bits that haven't got rain on yet. You can really feel the slight change. I mean, it could very well be that your tyres are a little bit damp from the wet bits, but yeah, you can really feel the difference in the. You can feel the grip kind of moving away from you, and you obviously you know it's not the tyres because the tyres are still relatively fresh. Slippy through here. What was it, lap 11 I said, wasn't it? I'm going to stick with that. Yeah, I think that 10's too early. I think this part of the track is still dry enough to put in better pace on the hard compound tyres. I suppose it depends how quick you are in the first place, doesn't it? I'm not going to read anything into being sixth because it's the pit window that's open. Didn't turn my overlay on, did I? I'm sure that's exactly what you guys are thinking. Too early on the brakes there, but treacherous. Hello, Aston Martin. I'm riding your slipstream and I'm coming for a little go, but I'm gonna have to back off because it's 130R, or am I gonna go for it? I'm gonna go for it because I've got massive testicles. Oh, we're lap 11, aren't we? Right, pit time. Pit time. And in we go. Intermediates, don't refuel. La da 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 da. Oh, come on, Pepsi. Ba 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 da ba ba. I know it's Diet Coke, but who cares? Right. It's all going okay at the minute. Difficult to know where I'm going to be when I come out, and the answer to that question is 9th, 10th. How? Right, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. I went in the pits before him, I didn't put any fuel on board, we both changed tyres. That is a fucking absolute clusterfuckery piece of shit, PD, because if the pit stops are identical in time for tyres, and it's not about pit crew, because nobody put in fuel on board, so how is he now ahead of me? Explain. It's why sometimes I think when you going to the pit sometimes, you think, well, hang on, that seemed a bit longer than it should have been. That answers the question. Actually, sometimes it probably is. Because there's no way on earth he should have got out in front of me because I went into the pits before him. Now, I don't know how many cars behind me have are much quicker than me and have already pit. Or haven't pit yet, but will be, and then chasing me down. Oh, look, there's a car off the track. There's a position for me. Thank you very much. Careful with your re-entry, son. Don't quite need to mess with the TCS just yet. I will soon, though. Okay, he's just going in that RCZ, so that could be good for me. He stayed out too long. Oh, it's quite dry here. I'm not going to change the TCS here. Suggested gear first. No, thank you. I'm going to need to up this. Let's go to there for now. See how well I can manage that. It's pretty treacherous up this end, but tiptoe through and you should be okay. Yellow flag, someone's crashed in their car ahead, and it is flying, he has crashed, orange car is smashed to bits. What tyres you on, Flan? That's an interesting take on 130. Oh, let's go that way. 160R. Oh dear. Oh dear. He must be on slicks. Fuck me. Lap 14. 2 laps remaining. This is where it starts to get very, very tricky. I've got some guys behind me that are a bit quicker, but they've got to make up. He's got 3.9 seconds of deficit at the moment. If I can keep it at that by the end of this lap and not crash, of course, and everyone starts to rage quit. It's raining. It's not fair, mummy. Oh, suck it up, you bullshit idiot. I'm not winning, so I don't want to play anymore. Get that turn, get that turn, get that turn. Not a soul to be seen. Got Suzuka, whatever its name is, ahead of me, but that's 6.3 seconds up the road. They're just going into 130R now. Tuki2. That's actually the real words to that ABBA song. 3.7. 2/10. He took out of me in that last lap. I seem to be okay at traction control 3. I'm not going to change it. Or maybe I am. Oh. Oh, maybe I am. Yeah, it's very wet now. It's very wet. Everywhere. Yeah. Oh, that gap is coming down very quickly, but this is treacherous, man. I want to try and keep it on the road. The conditions are the same for everybody, so it's not as though I'm somehow dealing with something a bit harder, but he is he's pretty darn quick in the wet. Oh my god. Top 5 maybe. Holy shitballs, I never ever expected a top 5. But here we go. Let's go. Got to hold it, of course. Sure, this last lap feels much worse than it did last time out. Just got to hold on for 130R Casio, and then boom shanker. That is Urban Pirate in a top 5 in a Manufacturers Cup lobby, or not. Can't get the power down, man. Oh no! Why? Come on! You fucking arsehole! You absolute fucking wanker! Oh, seriously, I genuinely hope that you get fucking stabbed in your face at the end of the day. You horrible little cunt. Oh, he waited for me. He done it again! What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with him? So, he spun out himself. Does he think that I fucking hit him or something? Because that felt like he was... That felt like he was trying to get himself some retribution of some sort. I haven't seen the guy the whole fucking race. He's been way up ahead of me. Way up ahead of, like, Stucker and all that lot. So, did somebody else take him out and he thought it was me? Maybe Honey Monster or Callum because they're British. I don't know. But that would have been 5th had that absolute spunk muffin German not thought I was Poland and tried to march on me. But I'll take top 6 all day long. Silly sausage is what I will call him. I'm going to say something. There we go. Right, done. But top 6. 21 points, so I've gone one better. So 20 points for 11th, 21 points for 6th. Don't know. Pleased with that. That was pretty damn awesome. If you have been watching, thank you. If you haven't been watching, why the hell not? That's me done for Manufacturers Cup for this week. Back next time.
It's Friday night, and the drinks are on my mind.